Hello, web slingers, and we are at the final two legs of the journey.
For now.
This is it. It's game over after this. Until No Way Home, these are the last two Spider-Man movies that are going to be talking about.
No.
Oh, right. Yeah, and
one.
Let There Be Carnage.
I was like, how dare you forget that film?
All right. So, well, since you already said it, let's talk about the original progenitor to Let There Be Carnage, Venom. So, Chad, what do you think of Venom?
Okay. Venom, at the end of the day, Venom really isn't that good of a film. Like, it's not, but I don't care. I absolutely love it. I love finally not watching the same old superhero shit. I like seeing something where it's like, all right, you know, I like seeing the anti-hero actually do something and like actually murdering people, like biting fucking guys' heads off,
that was
destroying an entire SWAT team. I mean, shit, the movie ends with him eating a guy, robbing a fucking liquor store, basically.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it kind of goes to something we've talked about off air. It's like, now that Fox sold to Disney, there's literally three factions making superhero films: Marvel, Disney, and Warner Brothers, and Sony. And it's like, I've seen so many people be like, oh, I wish Sony would just sell everything back to Disney. And it's like, why? Why do you not like competition? It's like, the competition is there to push you to try better and get different things. Like you just said, like, you know, like Let There Be Carnage is coming out soon. Disney's never going to do Carnage.
Disney will never in their life do Carnage. In fact, I don't think Disney knows what to do with Deadpool, to be honest.
They don't at all. So it's like, you know what? Okay, wow, like, Let There Be Carnage isn't rated R. Big damn deal. Like, hard PG-13s do exist, and from that trailer, I'm guessing that's what we're gonna get. And it's like, but this movie, the first Venom as PG-13, I thought was just fine.
You know what I love about Venom the most to me is the fact that, honestly, Venom is basically all of our inner voices, all of our like inner thoughts, like what we don't convey to like other people, what we think of our mind. That's what Venom is basically. Especially like that scene where Venom says, "Jump," and Eddie's like, oh, "No," he takes the elevator. Pussy. That is one of the best lines in a super movie. And honestly, okay, here's the thing, all right? I love Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock. He's like, he's no
weird in this.
He's no Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, but god damn, he's really good for Venom, honestly.
He's entertaining to watch. Like, he's like, I've actually seen some Raimi fanboys say they liked Topher Grace better.
No way.
I'm like, you are.
You have to have no.
I'm like, way. You are lying to yourself saying that,
sorry,
and you know it.
Way. No way anyone's saying it. For real? People say that?
I swear in my life, I've seen people say it.
Oh my god.
I was like, you're joking me. You actually thought that was better. Okay, whatever. You thought skinny little anorexic Carnage was better than this absolute beast that we got in this film.
Oh my god.
But I remember seeing this in theaters, and I saw this in theaters twice, and I just had an absolute blast with it. And this was another one. I got out of it like the first time seeing it. And I was like, I had a blast. My friends I went with were like, this was a blast. We loved it. We had fun. I get home and I just see like a slew of people being like, this was dog shit. And I'm like, oh, it's one of those movies. Holy shit, everyone hates this film. Wow.
It's like Oz the Great and Powerful.
I don't understand why people hated that movie either.
Yeah, exactly. I liked it. I mean, like, I'm not like the biggest fan of Venom like you are. I'm not like as big of a fan as a fanboy as you are, but I do enjoy it. I mean, like it's something new. It's like it's not a typical super movie. Like this is guy, like one of the posts that I saw on Tumblr, which is like which I really like, is like the fact that what makes Venom so good is that he has no like he has no inevitable superhero scene. You know that scene where he stands up and he looks good and he dresses in an awesome suit. Like nah, he looks like shit the entire time. But that's what makes it so good. It's like the fact that is that is the fact that this guy is looks like shit the entire time and he doesn't want to save the world. He just got stuck with a parasite.
It's like after so long of just like superhero movies hitting the point where it's the same thing, the good guys and the good guys versus the bad guys. And this one, it's basically like one bad guy versus another bad guy where one is just way worse than the other one.
Yeah.
And that's really all this is. Like, I would never call, like, I've actually seen people be like, I don't know, like, he wasn't an anti-hero at all. Like, he was pretty much a hero. I'm like, he ate people's heads.
Yeah. That's not
That's not
That's
heroic.
The hardest thing from being a hero.
That's not heroic. Just because you ate a bad guy doesn't make you a good guy suddenly. It still makes you a villain. But it's just I liked it because it's something different. It's something new. And like I said, I'm not putting this up there as like, it's not an amazing film. It's really got a lot of issues with it, but it's like the villain Riot. Okay, Riot seriously did just look like an off gray version of Venom, really. Just kind of with a bigger mouth. And it's like the human villain, I don't even remember his name. I mean, he was nothing special.
Yeah.
What's her face? His girlfriend. I liked her, Michelle Williams.
Oh my god, dude! When she became She-Venom,
that's another thing that it's like they would never put She-Venom again. They would never have She-Venom in the NMCU film. So it's like it was cool seeing her, even though it was like for a split second. It's like, so what? The big damn deal. Like, so what if that's all we're ever gonna get of her? Big damn, it looked cool. So what? Big whoop.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it's like as weird as it sounds. This movie just isn't that deep. I don't really know. I don't really have a lot to say about it.
This movie isn't deep. It's Venom, and Eddie becomes Venom, and he eats people's heads, and he stays in a lobster tank, and he eats live lobsters. That's basically what it is.
And it's a big CGI battle going up into the sky where a freaking spaceship blows up, and Venom lives, and then he eats another man, and then we get a hint that Carnage is going to be in the next one, and it's like, hell yeah,
dude! When I saw. Dude, like, as cringy as the line was, the line was really cringe. Like, when I get out, this is gonna be Carnage. I was like, okay.
Oh no! And that wig that he had was so bad.
I'm so glad they removed it. When I saw it, like, oh my god, thank God it's gone in the trailer. I was like, oh my god, thank God it's gone.
Yeah, because that was pretty damn bad.
Dude, like,
that was really bad.
As the line was, I can't wait for Carnage. I've been wanting to see Carnage in the live.
Yeah, let's just, you know what? It's not out yet. It should be, or I think it might. No, as long as it doesn't get delayed, because we're recording this in August.
It got delayed.
When did it get delayed to?
Well, it got delayed to like a month later. It's supposed to come out September, right? But it comes out now.
It was always coming out in September.
No, but now exactly. Now it's coming out in October.
Oh. Yeah, okay, so it did get delayed. Whatever, which is fine. Yeah, even though now it's going to be up against multiple other things. It's going to be up against Halloween Kills and
Dune.
And Dune. Well, I guess none of those movies are going to make any money. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for, Let There Be Carnage, because like, who doesn't love Carnage? Everyone knows Carnage is a violent, evil psychopath.
Carnage is awesome. I can't wait to see him.
And the way they've got him looking, I think, is absolutely amazing.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Like, I've actually seen nitpickers be like, he doesn't have the black teeth like the comics. They got him wrong. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's your complaint. He doesn't have black teeth. Wow. Okay. Stark's
That's
Cap's
the complaint.
suit in the first Avengers wasn't the right shade of blue. The whole movie sucked there.
Oh my god.
No, the first Venom is just it's a simple little film doing something that kind of goes against the grain. It didn't. I mean, I'll still say it. Venom was still more of like a villain than Deadpool was. Like they tried to say Deadpool was kind of like, like the villain thing, but it's like
No, Deadpool was more of just like an asshole than an actual villain.
Yeah, I mean, he was like an asshole hero. He wasn't even like an anti-hero. He was a hero who was just a prick. Whereas it's like Venom, I mean, he still murdered a bunch of policemen. So no, there's nothing heroic about him.
Yeah.
And that is still probably the best scene in the movie, where he takes out the entire SWAT team.
Oh, that was awesome. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. That was awesome.
I will always love that scene. Mask copy.
And he just pulls out all the. Oh my god!
And then he like grabs the smoke grenade and like destroys it, and it's like, yes, just do it, kill them all.
Oh my god!
And he's like about to eat that dude's head off, and Michelle Williams like walks in and like screams when she sees him. Oh yeah, Venom. Yeah, like we said, it's not that great, but you know what? It's fun.
It's fun, yeah. So, anything more for Venom?
No. Nice little film, and I'm glad for competition from Sony. And I always will be. Because if Sony goes away and stops doing these, then it's just the MCU or DC. That's it. There's nobody else able to make superhero films. And then we're literally going to have like two different ways of seeing superhero films. So I still like more out there.
Yeah.
And I'm still excited for Morbius. Earlier in the year, they announced a Kraven the Hunter film, so I'm excited for those. And what else? I think I heard like there's like rumors of like a Black Cat and Silver Sable movie, or there's rumors of all sorts of different Spider-Man characters getting movies, and it's like I want more of that, because whatever you feel of Sony's level of quality for their films compared to the MCU, I'd still like to see it, because some of this stuff is something the MCU will never do. So just accept it, because I've seen people like literally get angry over it. No, Sony should just pack it in. Why? Why? So we can never see Black Cat? So we can never see like a full-on just Sinister Six movie? So we can never get villain origin films? Why?
I don't think Disney will ever do a Black Cat.
Right, but Sony could do it, and that would be a really cool movie. Like a female-led heist film starring Black Cat could be awesome if done right.
Yeah, I agree.
So the more, keep the competition alive. Keep going, Sony.
Yes, please.
So, talking of Sony, what's next?
Now we move on to the God among men. And I find it ironic, with all this talk about, Spider-Man should be in the MCU. It was Sony who made the best Spider-Man movie.
And they got the last Stan Lee cameo, didn't they?
Oh, technically Endgame got...
No, not the last Stan Lee cameo. They were the first ones to be able to get the Stan Lee tribute out after he passed away.
Oh, right. Yeah, I agree.
That's what I was thinking of. I was like, I knew they got something first. That's right, because he passed away in 2018, and they got the tribute out because everyone was like, oh, maybe they'll do it in Endgame. But Sony beat him to the punch.
Yeah. Yeah. Because Into the Spiderverse is an amazing film. So, Chad, I mean, like, we just reviewed this last Christmas. So what do you think of Into the Spiderverse? Like,
nothing's really changed on my thoughts of it. The animation is absolutely amazing. The design choices they went with. The voices for all the different spider people was great. The different eras, types of Spider-Mans we got were a blast to see. And it was a great origin film for Miles. I mean, they knew all the right type of
Yeah.
humor to hit. They knew the type of emotion to hit. This was one of those things where it's almost like, damn, Sony gave us this. I mean, shit, this movie really is better than like most of the MCU.
It's better than all of. It's better
Say
than
it.
all of the live action Spider-Man movies.
Oh, I thought you were about to finally admit it was better than all of the MCU. I was gonna be like, do it, say it.
No, not really. I mean, like, I still find like there are films that are better than Spider-Verse, like Winter Soldier or the first Iron Man. But goddamn, huh?
I would say, don't say Endgame.
No. but God damn it. Into the Spiderverse is it's the best comic book movie. It's not my favorite, but in terms of being a comic book movie, it's the best. I don't care what anyone says.
Better than Logan?
Huh?
Better than Logan?
Ooh, wow, yeah, good question.
I was gonna say, because in like a top 5, these two would definitely be battling for almost.
I'd say it's on par with Logan. That's a really good question. That's a really damn good question.
I know. I wanted to see if you I wanted to put you on the spot with that one because I was like, I want to see his reaction to like, oh shit, what do I say to that? A film that's like near perfect, a near perfect live action film versus a near perfect animated film.
The thing is, Logan and Spider-Verse are two completely different beasts almost. Like Logan is a character piece where like it's almost like an old Western where you're saying goodbye to a hero who has been there for so long, while Into the Spider-Verse is basically introducing a new hero. Basically, Logan is a goodbye to Wolverine. Spider-Verse is a hello to Miles. And they're two completely different things. But they're both like executed masterfully. So I really can't say, dude. That's a really good question. But they're done two completely different ways. And since we're talking about Spider-Verse, Miles' origin is perfect. I love it. The soundtrack, the soundtrack, Sunflower by Sway Lee and Post Malone is still one of like the best. Like I still listen to this day. Like
Mm-hmm.
It's still one of those movies. Like I swear, like I watch it yearly and I never get tired of it. Into the Spider-Verse is one of those movies where I feel like this is the best Spider-Man movie without having Peter Parker be the main character. It's like anyone can wear the mask. You can wear the mask. You can be Spider-Man. All it takes is a leap of faith. And like perfect. and I love like honestly, Haley Steinfeld as Spider-Gwen is like, I think I'm in love with her. She really is like amazing. I really hope that if there's a live action Spider-Gwen, either Emma Stone or Haley Steinfeld, please.
Yeah, because I think Emma Stone might be difficult because she died and then they'd be retconning it. Kind of like what they're doing with Doc Ock. So it's like, I was just leave her. Let Emma Stone's version of Gwen move on. We can make Haley Steinfeld do it.
Yeah, I don't mind.
And I think she'd be good. I mean, she was a good voice and but at that point, now don't forget, she's already going to be in the MCU though. So unless they keep her as Spider-Gwen separate from that.
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole thing's connected now, apparently. So who knows?
And this is one of my favorite, origin movies. I've always like one of my. I love that. I'm a sucker for like the superhero rise up scene. So like in Man of Steel, it was that scene where Superman flew for the first time, where like he harnessed his power. In Iron Man, it was when Tony Stark flew the Mark II, and in this one, it's when Miles jumped in the building. It's like, and like, what's up, Danger started playing. Damn, dude, perfect. I don't know. I don't care what anyone else says. That was an awesome moment.
I think the scene that is like my biggest one is when his dad is talking to him through the door.
Oh,
Like
that
that
was
is
awesome.
one of my like favorite emotional type scenes from superhero films,
I agree.
because it's just that that conversation just felt so real between father and son.
Oh, I agree. I agree so much. Like when the dad is crying, it's like, what did he say? It's like,
I
I'm
love you, you don't have
paraphrasing.
to say it back.
I'm praised. No, not that. It's like I'm paraphrasing, but like he said, whatever you choose to do with your life, I know it will be great. It's like he's struggling to tell Miles that Uncle Aaron, like his brother, and the uncle that Miles looked up to is dead, but Miles already knows because he was
He got him killed.
yeah. So it's like it was such a gut punch, I mean, like,
They knew how to hit the emotions.
yeah, like I see. Oh, there you go. Now I remember. I see the spark in you, and it's amazing. And whatever you choose to do, that you'll be great. It's like, damn, that is awesome. I can't.
Absolutely. And the other thing is just the comedy in this film was spot on. This movie knew how to do comedy.
I agree. The play dumb. Who's Morales? Not that dumb.
I think my favorite scene will always be the one where they're suiting up to go in the Kingpin compound, and it shows like older Peter and Miles standing there, and Miles has got the cape on. And it's a no on the cape. I think it's cool. Take that off. It's disrespectful. Spider-Man doesn't wear a cape. Oh, it was fun. And yeah, just like we said, like Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Ham, Penny. It's like I thought it was cool. This like whole like army of spider people. It was I mean they got creative. That's what like it feels like superhero movies have been missing for a while. It's just like this, and I know there's be people who are like, "What are you talking about?" But it's like there was just a lot that was just like generic walk through the motions. Good guy, manufactured drama saves the day, but it's like incorporating like that other versions of the character into it and having them interact with each other was so genius and fun for this. And I thought they pulled it off really well. Actually, I forgot to tell you about this earlier. I've actually seen people complain about this movie, Santino.
What?
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you who, because you know some of these people.
Oh my god.
But do you want to know why?
Why?
Just guess. Because I know I know what your reaction is going to be when I tell you.
I honestly can't. I honestly can't.
It wasn't like the comic.
Oh my god! Really?
I swear on my life.
Oh,
that's what they say. It wasn't like the comic. I'm like, are you kidding me? like that ruined it for you because it wasn't like the comic. They're like, yeah.
What wasn't like the comic?
I don't think there's a single superhero film out there that's exactly like a comic.
Yeah, it's not.
Like, I think Watchmen is, again, probably the closest we're ever going to get to, like, I mean, I know there's changes, but it's like that's probably the closest we're going to get to a direct adaptation.
Yeah. For real? People say that?
Well, there's a select few people.
Wow.
There's not, like, loads of them.
Oh, my God. For real?
I'm not kidding you, dude.
Oh, my God. I can't believe that. SpiderVerse is still, like... Wow, that's just...
These are the same These are the same people who say Logan isn't that good because it's nothing like Old Man Logan.
Oh, wow, that's just awful.
One of those eye-rolling statements where I'm like, stop watching these then. Jeez, just don't watch comic book movies if that's your biggest issue. It's not a direct word for word, panel for panel adaptation. I forgot superhero movies can't be good unless they're exactly like taken directly page for page from the book. You're like speechless.
I am actually speechless.
I mean, shit, I had a friend say that Infinity War wasn't that good because Infinity Gauntlet was better. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my god, that's not even...
I'm like, this was nothing like Infinity Gauntlet, you idiot. I'm like, this was like Rebirth of Thanos. I was like, Infinity War was like Rebirth of Thanos, if anything, you moron. We can almost do a whole episode on that shit.
Yeah, why it's bad to compare comic books to comic books.
So back to Spider-Verse. I feel like we covered the bulk of it back at Christmas, so I don't really know what's left to say without just repeating myself.
Like Spider-Verse is it's practically a perfect movie. It's probably like up there with, you know, there are like 5 movies that I consider like the holy grail of comic book movies. You know, like the untouchables, where like there's practically nothing wrong with it. It's Infinity War, Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Verse, and Logan. Those 5, like they're practically all good. So I mean, like, what do you think, Chad? Do you want to rank them now? I mean, like, there's not much to say.
Let's before we rank them, let's talk what we want out of the sequel to this movie. Like, have they really made any announcements?
Good idea.
Have they made any announcements about what it's going to be? Is it going to be Spider-Verse 2, or is it going to be just a solid Just Miles story, or what?
From what I heard, it's not going to be a Spider-Verse 2 because the main focus will be the main focus will be Miles and Gwen, with Peter Parker returning as Peter B returning as a mentor. Which I think is fine. You know, like, you're condensing it to the 3 most popular ones. It's like Noir, as funny as he wasn't really the main.
There wasn't much to do with him.
Yeah, and Penny Parker and Spider weren't, again, really focused on. And Spider-Ham was funny, but again, nothing really to build off of that. So I think those 3 are, and you know, I think one of the strongest points was the relationship between Miles and Gwen. So I want to see more of that, honestly. That's just me. I mean, like, I'm not sure about you.
I mean, I sometimes I have ideas of things I want. Sometimes I don't. This is an example of I don't really know what I would want out of it. Just give me the same level of quality, and you could give me almost anything. Give me the same level of humor, emotion, great animation, good voice acting. Just give me that and a well-written story, and I don't care what the story is.
Right.
So before the rankings, also one more thing. Just anything you want out of Spider-Man in the future that we haven't seen or come close to getting yet?
For me personally, focus a lot more on other Spider-Man. Like, focus on, like, dude, I wouldn't mind a noir movie with Nicolas Cage. A Spider-Noir movie. Like a live action one. I wouldn't mind it. I probably would watch.
I could actually see him pulling off a live action Spider-Man noir. That would be awesome.
Yeah. See?
I want, and you know what? To not like sound like I'm like almost agenda pushing. I think I said it either earlier in this episode. I think I said it earlier. I want to see like a Black Cat movie. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I mean, there's so many characters that Sony has access to, and they've barely scratched the surface. And again, if this was to go like directly to Disney, Marvel, we would never get movies for most of these characters. They wouldn't, because Marvel already has so many characters that they've got to work with. It's like, just leave this little sector of characters here. There's so much that Sony can do with them. And
I agree.
Whether it's like a horror looking film like Morbius, or like an animated, Into the Spiderverse, a darker film like Let There Be Carnage, like that. We could do a heist with Black Cat. We could do a military with Silver Sable or something. There's so many possibilities to do with these characters that I think Sony needs to get ready and be like, we're going to do more. And then just do it. Like, come out swinging with their own live action Spider-Verse of different iterations of Spider-Man. How cool would a live action Penny Parker movie be?
Ooh, yeah, I agree.
Again, that's something MCU wouldn't have space for. Sony could do it. I think that would be incredible. I think that would be amazing. So yeah. So I'm ready for rankings whenever you are.
All right, Chad, I want you to go first, man. Since you have...
All right.
Just lay it out there.
I'm leaving off Venom, and I'm just gonna go with Spider-Man. I'm going with movies where Spider-Man is the main character. So like Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame aren't gonna be on my list.
Okay.
So worst to best: Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, Far From Home, TASM 2, Spider-Man, TASM, Homecoming, and Spider-Verse.
Yep, sounds about right. Knowing how I know you. All right.
What do you got for me, sir?
All right. So at the very bottom, I'm really sorry, but after rewatching it, yeah, Spider-Man 2 at the bottom. Yeah. I already explained why. The one after that, TASM2, because while great concepts, it definitely fell flat. The one above that, it's still... I'm gonna include Venom, because Venom, while I liked it, again, I didn't vibe as much as you did with Venom, but it's still good. So yeah, Venom. And then above that, Spider-Man 3. Just because I liked the concept of Sandman and what Peter was going through. Again, it just felt... It's just like New Goblin and everything else, just like, sorry. Then the one above that, Spider-Man Far From Home. After rewatching it, it did really fall a lot lower than what I originally wanted. It was originally like my number one. And after rewatching it, those last 30 minutes just really just like, it was so good until that point. And it just felt flat. So yeah. Above that, Spider-Man, the first one. The first Spider-Man is still iconic. I still enjoyed the Foe as Goblin, and Peter and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man at that point was, that was good. Then above that, TASM, still one of the best iterations. Garfield and Stone's chemistry is perfect. And it's definitely, out of all the live action versions of Spider-Man, it's definitely the most human Spider-Man I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
The one above that, Homecoming. Homecoming was just like perfect ground level. Peter Parker showing what his high school life is like and showing what the world of the MCU is like on the ground level. So yeah, I love that. And of course, number one for perfection is Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse.
For a second, I was gonna be like, "What? Did you forget Spider-Verse and suddenly Spider-Man's number
one?" No. So yeah, that's basically it. So that is the month of September done, Chad. So can you tell us, what are we doing for October?
Well, leaving superheroes behind, it's time to just slow down and rest up, maybe take a quick nap and have a dream, and hopefully it doesn't turn into a nightmare and you'll run into Freddy Krueger. Welcome to Eternal Midnight, October 2021. We're doing all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. And
I can't wait.
So as of right now, Santino, aside from Freddy versus Jason, you've seen none of them, correct?
None.
Oh, I'm excited. I have a feeling like we did Halloween and Friday the 13th last year. I genuinely think you're going to be one of those people where Nightmare is going to be like, of the big three slashers, I think this is going to be your favorite, like franchise as a whole.
I might actually. I've heard good concepts about it.
Because in my personal opinion, it's only got one movie that's like truly horrendous. And
Oh,
even that one is more of like it's just stupid as opposed to like horrible. Like nothing in my opinion is as bad as Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
So guys, we will see you soon for Nightmare on Elm Street month. Hope you enjoy it. This is Chad. I'm out.
Santino signing off.